name's Sammy Horner, and yes, I always look like this. I'm an Irishman, but I've been good friends with Saki, and they asked me if I'd come and be part of this special day because I am the reason that Saki and Stephanie got married. So, you can ask them about it later, but it's true. I was recently stopped by someone who said to me, "I don't know how you can believe in God." I said to him, "Well, I don't know how you can believe in God, because I just wanted to show I was as good as he was." I mean, that's a well thought out argument, isn't it? He said to me, "But all that mystery, how can you believe all that mystery?" I says, "What's the thing about mystery? It's kind of hard to believe." And he said, "But I just don't believe in mystery." And I says, "Let me tell you something, mate. If you go to the north of Scotland and go to Loch Ness, you cannot move for Americans." He says, "Why?" I says, "Because they all want to see the monster." There's more Americans around Loch Ness than there is in San Francisco. Thousands of them. And are they there because they don't believe in mystery? I don't think so. We all love a mystery. And one of the great mysteries of the Bible is, of course, God himself. It's kind of hard to describe someone who's invisible and eternal and ever-present. And we only have tiny little peanut brains, so our chance of trying to describe it is so slight that all we can do is take images and symbols and words and give it our best shot using the guidance of this book and the person of Jesus Christ as our example. That's the best we can do. And right at the very beginning of the Bible, God makes the world. And he says, "Let there be light," and there is light. And so it goes on until one amazing bit happens where we're getting a glimpse into this mysterious God that we believe in. Because only when he goes to make mankind does he say these words. He says, "Let us make man in our own image." Now, who's he talking to? Is he talking to the animals? Do people look like animals? Now, you've got to remember, I'm looking at all of you right now. Do people look like vegetables? Do people look like constellations? Do people look like angels? Well, it can't be the case. When God was saying, "Let us make man in our own image," he was talking to himself. And the mystery of God, of course, is that God is one God. And he's the one and only God. And he's the true God. But he is also this three in one God. Three persons, one God. And I simply don't have the language, nor do I have the intellect, nor do I have the deep theological training that I would ever take to describe that fully to you, because it is a mystery what God is truly like. But he reveals himself to us in ways that we can understand. And the early Celtic church believed very much in the idea of trinities, of threes, that threes are very important. Because in God they saw the one and only true God, but they also saw a perfect model of community. Inseparable, supportive, loving. And when God said, "Let us make man in our own image," this was part of that image. It wasn't about what we physically look like, but in somehow we would resemble God in our love, in our support, in our care, in our concern. And we have the wonderful privilege today of inviting Steph and Saki and the baby up here. And what I'd really like to do is have three trinities this morning. Not three theological trinities, but three actual trinities. The first one will be, just come around, let me see. How can we do this so you can see how good looking we all are? But I think I know who wins today. There are three trinities. The first one will be, of course, the presence of God here in this place. And you, the congregation, and this brand new family you see standing before you. Because there's a part for you to play in this as well. You see, raising a child is the most difficult gig in the world. Moms, you're here this morning. You remember? Remember the sleepless nights? You remember how you looked the first few months? Stephanie said to me, "What should I wear?" And I says, "Well, if you could wear something with baby vomit on it, and some stains, and a pair of sweats, you know, that would be perfect." There's nothing more beautiful
than a mom that looks like a mom. And she's going to look like a mom all week, then, you know. But what I'd like you to do as a church is I'd like you to celebrate with us, and I'd like you to take part in this. On the PowerPoint, there's going to be a little response, a little liturgy that comes up. So if you'd stand with us. Your response each time is very simple. Just in unison, I'd like you to say, God is present. God is present. There's an old Celtic saying that says this: bidden or unbidden, God is present. In other words, no matter what happens in our life, He's never far from you. So let's together agree that we're going to have some part in the care and love of this family and this new little boy. Bidden or unbidden, when our days are filled with joy, when our nights are filled with despair, as we caress our newborn child, as we try to understand our teenager, when we give thanks together in a family home, when we have mixed feelings as our child leaves home. In all things, Lord, help us remember, bidden or unbidden. Amen. Please be seated.